Welcome to Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tay.
For sure. So today we got us a guest with us, and we finna give him a moment out the gate because last time we kind of forgot, but this time out the gate we finna go ahead and let my boy talk his talk.
Hey, it's your boy Tay Live, big LOLPGN. I'm on here with Hoops and Headspace.
And so, as far as like athletics, man, let them know what your career was like. Let's start back in high school.
And in high school, I was a multi-sport athlete. Like, I played football, I played basketball. I was pretty good at both. But, I ended up playing college football, though, because that was just my first love. But I kind of ended up playing ball later on, but I fell in love with it.
When you went to Northeast, was it on a scholarship? Or, like, how did that end up working out?
See, me personally, I heard, like, I knew people that, kind of had some pull for scholarships and stuff like that. And they was, like, kind of putting in words for me in certain places. And coaches was coming back telling them, I had a bad attitude, stuff like that. And I understood, I really didn't. Like, I ain't never had no tech. I ain't never had none of that. Like, I ain't even that type of person on the court. Like, I don't even talk unless you talk to me. I'm really laid back. But basically what happened was me and my coach had got into it. I was hurt. He wanted me to play. I didn't. So it kind of ended up, I feel like it messed with my scholarship. So I didn't end up getting the scholarship. I ended up walking on, and I earned the scholarship. So I did end up getting that scholarship, but, I had to go get it.
For sure, that's tough though. Yeah.
And, I mean, I commend you because, I mean, some folks would have just, you know what I mean? Yeah, quit, gave themselves an excuse of a reason why not to keep playing. But, you know what I'm saying? You push through that. So, what I really wanted to talk to you about today is, like, when you did make that decision, you made a decision you're going to go to Northeast, you're going to try out, you're going to make the team, you made the team. Now you get an opportunity to be away from home, which is not super far from home. But I want to talk about the fact that we've even discussed that you couldn't detach from home. You know what I mean? First, I want to ask you, like, your basketball journey growing up in Ripley before you went to Northeast, before we got to trying out. Like, what was that basketball career like, and who kind of helped you through that right there when you was in high school?
Really, I say my coach and my sister boyfriend at the time. His name Cannon. Well, her fiance now, but yeah, his name Cannon. He kind of really helped my game grow. He did a lot of training with me over the summer. I feel like it helped me get a jump shot. I got a better shot because I came into high school. I ain't had no shot. I was just athletic.
Like, when did you really feel like, I mean, because we all felt like we could have hooped in college, but when did you really feel like I truly got the potential to go and do that?
See, honestly, like, I don't know. When you growing up, you always hear like, well, you gonna go to the league, you gonna go. So like, they're kind of what you chase your whole life because they're what you hear. So like, I felt like it was like an obligation for a long time. That's how I felt. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie, playing like college ball kind of showed me that it wasn't for me. Cause like, I don't feel like I was ready to put all the work in. I felt like I was kind of disrespecting the game because I wasn't giving it enough that I needed to. Like, I wanted to play ball, but like, I wanted to go do this. You feel me? I had other stuff going on, trying to do too much.
Yeah, I get that. I'll say, when I went to Southern, I left with a 1 point something GPA. I'm sitting here on scholarship, but I'm too busy being busy with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I want to bounce off of two things that you you said one thing you said you felt like people kind of talk that up into your future, so you kind of felt obligated. Uh, as a kid though, how did that make you feel? Did that make you feel some stress, like pressure? And how did you deal with that? You talk to anybody? You took it in, like, you know what I'm saying? How did you deal with that obligation feeling?
See, like, to an extent, like, as a kid, it kind of wasn't pressure because, like, I was just doing what I love. So, like, it wasn't just too hard. But, like, as you getting out of high school and, like I said, I didn't earn a scholarship. So that's when it started hitting me, like, what if this not for me? Like, what if this wasn't this not the way? So, like, I still felt like I could, but, like, that's when really it started to be like, dang, like, could I do this? Like, that's when I started to overthink it.
And then another thing you said is that we share this feeling that we both kind of didn't focus in on the opportunity when we got it for college.
Yeah.
Thinking back on that now, how does that make you feel? Because I know you love the game,
Yeah.
and so I appreciate the honesty. Like, you hit me in the chest when you said I was disrespecting. I said, dang.
Yeah.
I mean, I really can't say nothing.
Right.
I didn't go to college.
Like, man.
That's why I'm just sitting back listening. I don't have no college story.
I wouldn't. I should have been in the gym way harder and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't taking everything as serious as it needed to be. But now, like, when it's gone, you see that.
Yeah. So if you could just tell kids now, like, how important it is, like, to just take that a lot more serious, because I think they take it a little less serious sometimes as a whole, like percentage wise, than we did.
Yeah. Really, I'm gonna be real. I had people tell me the same thing growing up. So I know it might sound like a cliche to y'all, but, like, don't take nothing for granted, cause this could be your last and you don't even know it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, after I got done playing, I was like, man, I might come back and play, but, like, I didn't really have a love for it, and I just really thought about it, and other things happened in life.
What? If I could count how many times I heard "don't take it for granted" and I took it for granted, man, ooh-wee. You talking some isms? Yes.
But people say your environment can hold you back. When I just said that, what does that mean to you?
That's most definitely true, cause, like, where I went to school at is like 30, maybe 25 minutes from my house. So, like, it's nowhere. So, like, at first, when I first got to school, I told myself, like, man, I ain't gonna go home. I'm just be at school. But, like, I wasn't used to being away from the people I loved and doing the stuff that I love to do, like kicking it with your homeboys. And I wasn't used to that. Like, I wasn't used to not seeing certain people and missing certain people. So it got to the point I was coming home probably every day. Like, I might just go home, stay at the crib, come back for school, all kind of stuff. Like, I might be in the room for bed check, but soon the coach leave, I'm gone. I'm finna go straight back to the city.
Okay, so why was it so hard for you to adjust? Because, like, for example, I don't know, in my mind, I guess, and see, I went far away. So in my mind, it would seem easy to go home on the weekend or something like that. And in Northeast get out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why you couldn't wait, bruh? Why you couldn't wait to go to the crib, like, till Thursday afternoon?
Man, you always feel like you gonna miss something. You whole time you not missing nothing. I'm just be real. You not missing nothing. What you missing is an opportunity. Like, you really like missing the opportunity. Like, you don't see it at the time, but I'm trying to tell you, I done been there, did that. Like I said, it might sound like a cliche, but for real.
Do you feel like it was hard to detach because of you comfortable right there?
Yeah,
It's just like
it's like
I
that's
ain't got
what
no worries.
yeah, like
I
that's
know what's
that's what I'm
going
used
on.
to. Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Like, you trying to make me go to school, talk to people I ain't never talked to. Like, I wasn't in the out there. Like, I'm really like I said, I'm chill, laid back. I like to be with who I know love me, like, who gonna be there for me. I ain't too much finna be around too many.
I struggle with that too. So I was just trying to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that'll lead me to the next question. I could have gone somewhere if life didn't happen. I feel like when I look at your life, some things that probably held you back happened due to the fact that you would not let go of home and focus on your opportunities. So when life happened to you, how much do you feel like the not leaving home alone played a factor?
See, with me, like I kind of had distractions at home, distractions at school. Really wasn't even just, I wouldn't say necessarily a distraction, but like the mother of my child, we went to school together. We would come home together, and we was always together. And I end up having a child. So like I said, I wanted to go back and play ball, but then it was like that's probably not the best thing for me. Like I got a child on the way. Like a whole lot of things changed. So like I just kind of kicked that to the curb.
Where they put you mentally when you know you just had to let it go?
Honestly, at the time, I was straight because like I felt like, man, I don't want to play ball no more. Like I felt like I was done because I don't know. I was just I don't know. I was doing too much, really. Like I had too much stuff going on. Then the coach was telling me like the whole time I'm playing, I'm starting like you got summer camp, all that. I'm starting everything looking good. Then to get to the time, he like, yeah, we gonna put this guy right here. We just feel like you ain't, cause I came out of high school like I said, I walked on. So that first year straight out, I didn't play. The next season, I end up walking on, making the team, and I tore my ACL, so I set out a season. So I end up missing 2 seasons before I actually got to play. Like so, he was like, "Man, we think it's better if we play this guy. It's been a minute since you played and everything." So I'm like, "Cool." He was like, "We gonna make sure you get some good time." So basically, he gave me. I played, but like it wasn't no good time, and it kept being that, hey man, we gonna do better, we gonna do it. It was not getting better. It was, so my love for the game was also leaving. So at the time I felt like, man, I'm not losing nothing, I'm gonna just let this go. But like now I feel like maybe that wasn't the place for me. Maybe I should have been somewhere else. I was too close to home, trying to be too close to home. Should have left, did other things. But that's just how the tables turn. Everything play out to be what it is.
And I also wanted to speak on that. When you had your injury and you had to go home, do you feel like that played a factor in you losing your love? Because I also have to spend this time at home while I'm injured with, like you said, the people I know that love me, the people I know that rock for me. I'm enjoying this, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, when I'm healed, I got to go back to this grind. Did that play a factor in you losing your love?
See, with me, nah, because like I don't know, like when I actually got hurt, like it kind of put me in I kind of went into like a dark space. Like I ain't never talked about this with many people, but like kind of went to a dark space because I had never, my whole life I played ball. My whole life since I was probably 4 or 5, I played ball. So it was crazy that you taking this away from me. Like I didn't understand it. So at first it was kind of hard, even though I was around the people I love. They was showing me love. It didn't seem right without ball. So like I feel like that actually brought me closer, but it was just still hard. Like after everything I've been through, I'm still not getting the time that I want. I didn't put in all this work. Like I didn't put in more work than I felt like this necessarily. Like it's things coach see that I didn't see. Like you in the weight room, you not going as hard as everybody else. You doing it. Like I ain't just too busy on skipping reps, but I wasn't doing the max potential.
I am a rep skipper, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna half ass you, but don't blink too long. Don't
Man.
turn your back, but hey, it's over with. Uh, but now, so when we say I could have been something, because for me, I feel like, I don't know, I was liking the underdog story of it. I don't get the scholarship. I fight. I get the scholarship. ACL. Still got an opportunity. Come back. So, what do you think you could have been had you focused more?
Honestly, I see a lot of my teammates now. They playing D1 ball. Like we was playing at the JUCO. I see a lot of my teammates playing D1 ball now. Like I got teammates that play at Colorado, Utah, all kind of places. Like Houston, like everywhere. Like I got teammates that's D1 everywhere. But I feel like that could have been me. Cause like I remember being the guy in practice. Everybody be like, "You got a little defense drill. Like let me hold him. He gonna give me the most work." Like I remember that stuff. Like but I feel like I had more work to put in. Coach saying that, then I didn't. So I always trust in your coach for real.
Yeah, I'm like, cause like I watched you play, man.
Yeah.
Of an athlete.
Yeah. And yeah,
He come from a family of athletes though,
yeah, that's
so
why. That's what
like,
made me harness in, just
cause
playing
like you
with
know his
Kanan and
background,
being
yeah, like
with his sister and stuff. So I kind of
I know,
watched him
yeah,
more as he,
Yeah.
transition. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, damn, he going crazy at Northeast.
Yeah. So I was liking it. I was really liking
Yeah.
But life happens, you know.
it. It do. So let me ask you this then, and you can base it on uh you and your other teammates, or just in general. When it comes to the habits or the decisions that separate those guys or girls that do go D1 and stuff like that from the ones that come home too soon,
Mm-hmm.
what's the difference?
See, I ain't gonna lie. I had a teammate. Like he was from Alabama. Like he kind of grew up in the environment that I grew up. Like he from Montgomery. Like, but we was real cool. Like we were real close. Like he came to my house to spend the night sometime. Like we was cool. But the difference is like the habits that we all had. He knew like this. Like nah. Like he wasn't on all that. Like he might come around, be around, but like he knew like this my way out, this my ticket. He was somewhere playing D1 ball right now. Was it playing in Houston? Real talk, like he him. Like on my behalf though, I will say this. I did make sure I tried to get my work done. My grade was never bad. I was just doing too much to be trying to play ball. Like I could be a student, but I was too much not trying to be an athlete, too much trying to do too much to do all of it. It was just overwhelming.
It was more life off the field than
More
I got
life
you.
off the field. Just I had like school wise, grades never horrible. Grades never bad. Coach never could say nothing about grades. It was just out the field. I'm going home. Coach might come do bed check. I'm gone, and everybody call, "Hey, where you at?" Just all kind of stuff. Like I was just doing other stuff.
Yeah, I feel you. And what do you feel like when you got to Northeast though, even if it's not the coming home thing?
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like the biggest adjustment you had to make was when you got there?
For a lot of people, it's like I say, it's like you really on your own. Like yeah, I played JUCO, so like it's kind of hard. Like yeah, we got a calf and stuff. Like yeah, you can eat in there, but like it's not really the best thing to eat. Like so, you ain't got no mama finna cook you no meal. Nobody finna ask you have you ate today. Like that's it. Like you either finna eat this cat food or you not finna eat. Or I hope you got some money to go get some. You probably ain't got no job because you playing ball. You got homework. I'm gonna be real. If you playing college ball, you probably don't got no job. You just schedule sun up, sun down. I promise you. Like ain't no time off. And that's what made me feel like this probably ain't for me. I want to go do this and that. But you know,
So when he say sun up, sun down, that is not a joke. Like the schedule,
no how
the schedule is really crazy. The schedule make you question, like, do they not know I go to school here?
man.
You know what I'm saying? Am I just playing ball? Am I just doing sports? You know what I'm saying? Like the schedule is really crazy. So
In the summertime, we used to like, man, you wake up 6 o'clock Man, we used to have, man, forget 6 o'clock. Wake up 4, 5 o'clock. Gotta be there for workout. You get done with workout, breakfast at 7. You get done with breakfast, you go to class. You get done with class for the day. Meetings. Straight meetings. You gonna go to position meeting, team meeting, weights, straight from weights. Oh yeah, it's time to go practice. After practice, you might have another meeting about the practice you just had. I'm telling you, like it's a sun up, sundown schedule. And then you probably got friends or something that go to college with you. They like, man, you going to the party? Woo-doo? They got a whole pool party. You at practice. It's over. These I'm thinking I'm missing something. I ain't missing nothing.
But do you feel like staying closer to home make it harder to lock in than being far away?
Most definitely. Cause like I said, I had a homeboy, he from Montgomery. We went to school. Like I said, we from Mississippi. So down the street, like for me, I'm from Mississippi. So it was down the street for me. For him, that's a good little group. So he couldn't go home every weekend. So like for him, he ain't got nothing else to do but focus on ball, which probably the best thing. Cause you don't think it is until it is. Like
I don't know, bro, cause like the stress of not going home. Cause I tell you, like, imagine you was wanting to go home, like you're him. You can't. Like I'll be sitting up there, less than 4.5 hour drive. So it ain't that I can't do it in a day, but that's
it's
what I'm saying.
like it's crazy though. I
Yeah,
feel you.
that's
To be trying to come back.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And so most of the time, I really didn't go unless it was like holidays or something like that. So you talking from August until November. I'm just talking to my mom and them and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
See, I say it'll probably been good if I went home probably once a month, you know, something like that. But I was going home every day. On the
Yeah.
weekend, I'm home. Some days through the week, I'm at home. I was not at school.
So, what did you learn about discipline versus talent through your time right there?
Not gonna lie, you can be the most talented person in the world. Like I know a lot of people with talent that's not nowhere because they don't got the dedication, the work ethic that they take to come with it. They just naturally and gifted. Like that don't mean that you gonna make it because you naturally. Like it's so many people in the world that like they can hoop, they can play ball. Like it's so many people that can do it. So don't think you the only person in the world that can do it because you the only person around your city that can do it.
Definitely that. That man, definitely that. So what mindset did you develop after this situation? Like after you been living life a little bit after you left Northeast, what kind of mindset did you develop?
Honestly, like my child, I say like he gave me the most like development and like it's my mindset. Cause like a lot of stuff I was doing and I did, I look back and be like, man, that probably ain't. I know I was tripping. Like not even probably. Like I know I was tripping, and I had to accept that because I don't want my child to be a product of what I was. I don't want him to do what I did, become what I am. Not saying I'm just the worst person or a failure, but I don't want him to make the mistakes I made.
Uh, but so what would you tell some Ripley athletes that want to play at the next level, or just Tippah County in general, that want to play at the next level but are afraid to leave home?
Don't be afraid, cause like if you gonna be real, y'all, we live in Mississippi. We probably the smallest, poorest state it is. I'm gonna just be real. It's not much here. We the best thing is to get out of Mississippi and do something with it. Like if you got the opportunity to leave, take that. There's not many opportunities here.
Okay, and even for the ones that say, "Hey, Tay, I can't really see myself doing that, but I can see myself maybe moving 20 minutes, 40 minutes, hour or so from home," but they're kind of nervous about that.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this before I say that. Answer that. If you can, go as far away as you can. But I know it might seem like that's gonna be hard, but either way it go, you're leaving home. You gonna be by yourself anyway. So like just the feeling that you can go home whenever you want to is is gonna drive you crazy, because like it's gonna be hard to balance everything that you want to handle. Everything that you need is gonna be like a hard juggle.
And on this one, you don't have to be specific. You don't got to speak on just yourself. You can if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But what keeps people from reaching their like full potential and getting those opportunities?
I want you to answer it too. We all gonna answer that question.
I would mostly say fear. Most people just scared. Like, it gotta happen. At some point in life, you're gonna leave your mom's house. At some point in life, you're gonna leave home. So why not do it early? And at this time, you're not paying no bills. It's an opportunity. Like, you literally getting to live somewhere else for free. They gonna pay for you, how you live, everything. All you gotta do is what they ask you. Keep your grades up, come to practice, do the work.
I say lack of discipline. I think that if I could have been disciplined enough to, like you said, do what I was supposed to do in practice when I was there, if I was disciplined enough to say no sometimes, if I was disciplined enough to make sure that I knew I had a test today and my teammate didn't have to tell me when I came to class. If I would have been disciplined enough, you know what I'm saying? I think that I would have, that opportunity kind of would have went different than what it did for me. Yeah.
I feel like because I coming from like my support system, I feel like I knew too much when I didn't. Thinking I understand stuff that I don't understand. Being hard headed, not listening, and I feel like just being stubborn. Really, at the end of the day.
And I think like, to be honest, like maybe it's a culmination of all three of them really for me in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
You don't feel like it's really all three of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause it would have went way different. I think I would have still been like staying near the bird because I enjoyed that. I was making some. Eventually when you're there, you're gonna make bonds. I was making some good friends, man, and hey, we about giving flowers, so I'm gonna take my moment. We've had some episodes and like it hadn't really just fit, but when I was at Southern, shout out to Trey, Khalil, Kayla, um, those three specifically, Vicky, Octavia, KD, um, like they really took me in and made it a lot easier for me to be up there. But I also feel like, hold up, no, they gonna kill me. Hey,
Get it right now.
yeah,
Get it right. Yeah,
let me
get it.
correct you.
Yeah, get it right.
Then was my team, then was my teammates. Let's clarify. Those my teammates that made me feel at home. But like and when I tell you, I told you I don't do planes, I don't do heights. If Lena was to call me and say something was going on in Texas right now, and she needed me to be on one, I'm on one. Tanya don't stay that far away. Luckily she'll drive. Keyshawn, he'll drive. Jay, he'll drive. Jay been supporting. I've been telling you that Jay been supporting the podcast since we started.
Shout out Jay. Shout out Jay.
Yeah, Jay Cowan. So, you know what I'm saying? When I was there, they really helped me. But I'll say that had I been more disciplined and all that good stuff, I think our bond would have grew because they got to stay. I was the one that had to leave, you know, so it's kind of sucky then too because I had built bonds there too. So now I'm leaving bonds I done built at Southern, you know what I'm saying? But what's the biggest thing like leaving home taught you, you know what I'm saying, as far as your experiences and stuff?
Really showed me how to like grow up, cause like you gotta grow up. You by yourself. Nobody, like I said, nobody's nobody's gonna be there to watch you. Nobody's gonna call you every day to make sure you ate, make sure you got this. Like, you're by yourself. Like, you're on your own. So it teaches you how to grow up. You gotta make sure you got food in your room, food to eat later, groceries and stuff to wash your dishes after you make all kind of detergent, all kind of stuff. You gotta make sure stuff done. And it showed me like, dang, like I gotta wash my clothes. I gotta crazy. I gotta fold these. It's crazy, but
We didn't realize how
no,
good we had it.
nah, for real.
Man.
So let me ask you this. So when you moved away from home and you was at Northeast and all that stuff, and you had the opportunity when you were done, even with the family aspect, to possibly not move back to Ripley or not as close. Why did you choose to move right back home?
Cause like for me, like you have to understand my situation. Like I already have a house and everything already back at home. So for me, it was just easy for me to just move back. So like I just kind of moved back into the crib. I don't let nobody stay there but my brother. Like it's just me and my brother anyway. So like it was just easy for me to come back home, and come back to the crib. It's not like I was moving back in with my mama or anything. Like it was just my brothers and my sisters always kept me in line through like that was really like your secondary mom and dads for real.
And I was gonna ask you about that when you were at Northeast, and you said you kept coming home, and y'all are so close knit. How much of a factor did your support system play in helping you get through that whole stint, whether it was struggling with your ACL, whether it was struggling with the coach, you feeling like him stringing you, or struggling with losing your love for it at times? How, like, give some flowers to your support system. How were they for you through that?
Honestly, for like definitely they was definitely there for my injury. Like they made sure I kept my head high and made sure to tell me like this not the end. Like if you let it be the end, it can be the end. But like as long as you fight, I promise you, not this not the end. And that really always stuck with me. So it made me keep fighting to become stronger, make my legs stronger. But I will also say, it was some things that I kept from them that I wish that I would have talked to them about. Like it was certain things like I wish I would have told them like, especially like see when I was coming home all the time, like I told you, my brother was who lived at the house. He truck drive, so he was on trucks at the time, so it wasn't nobody at home. So I would just come home. It's just basically like my crib. I'm just coming to chill.
So, uh, but you don't have to get too deep or anything. How much do you feel like bottling that stuff in hurt you from reaching your potential?
Honestly, I say like I feel like I told you, it put me in a real dark space, and it made me overthink certain things, and it made me think like I question myself like, might I be a failure if I don't make it, if I don't become this, or if I'm not that, what everybody said I was gonna be. Like that's how I felt. So like I said, when I got out of school, that's when I started to feel the pressure. So that's when it was kind of hard, and I didn't really talk to people about that because who wants to tell somebody you putting a lot of pressure? Like you just think you supposed to make it happen, but you gotta understand you only human.
You feel like you helped it in because how you were a little younger, but you was still essentially raised the same way we was raised. Like we just tough it out, get through it. Yeah, I
That's
feel
all
you.
right. You be all right.
Yeah.
So, my last question, what is it that you want athletes to learn from your story, especially ones from Tippah County?
I want y'all to know is y'all not missing nothing staying in Tippah County or staying at home. This just necessarily anybody, but like you not missing nothing staying at home. I promise you not. Like Only thing you can miss is the opportunity to see things you've never seen before, visit places you've never visited before. Like I said, Northeast is Mississippi Community College. You probably done been at Itawamba. We play them in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you playing other community colleges that's around the way. Like, you done been there. Go visit places you've never been. See things you've never seen. It makes you see that there's more to life. For real. Like, I play at AAU, so I kind of seen certain things, but I'm telling you, it's best, like, you visiting is different from staying. So don't be afraid to leave. And don't never beat yourself up about something. Always keep a positive head and don't think that you can't talk to somebody. It's always somebody to talk to. It might not be your brother or your sister. It's not always your brother or your sister sometimes. For me, it was, but I don't want you to think that just because this person is not the person to talk to, that you can't talk to nobody. Because that's necessarily how I felt about it. I didn't tell my brother. I told somebody else. Made me feel like I could just tough it out. It's okay. Like I talked to a friend. When really probably that wasn't the best person to be talking to.
I like that. That's a good answer, man.
What would you tell him?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that's around you ain't got your best interest in mind. And sometimes, even if they got your best interest in mind, if they hadn't been in your shoes, like for example, if you like a first generation college student in your family and you having struggles with college, you can't necessarily go to your mama that's never been to a college or your aunties or uncles that's never been to college. You see what I'm saying? They've never experienced that. Not to say they don't got your best interest in mind, or not to say that they won't try and
They
give
don't
you,
know what that's like.
yeah, not to say that they won't try to give you their best answer. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find like-minded people that have been through experiences. We've told you this before. The map is already laid out for you. If you want to be a doctor, somebody already been one. You want to be a lawyer, somebody already been one. You want to be this and the third, somebody has already done those things, bro. So follow the blueprint that's laid out and get advice from people that have been there. That's my thing.
Y'all gave some great answers.
Thank you.
Great answers.
But look, Hunt, the first time you was a little quiet. Okay? I ain't really like it. Okay? So we finna give you another opportunity right here. Okay? All right. So, Hunt, this is your opportunity, man, to talk your talk. Anything you want the people to know about you, from you, any more isms you want to give, anything that you got for the people. This it right here.
This is really your time to, as y'all youngins say, pop your ish.
I don't think they say that, but
Well, anyway, he get the point.
but whatever they do
Come
say,
on,
this
if you feel like you him, say that.
I don't really do too much popping it. You just gotta know who I am and know what it is. Like, you know what it is. It's your boy Tattoo Live, the general. You know how I'm coming, big LOL, big team, PG. Also, it's okay to mess up. Like, nobody is perfect. Nobody is. If everybody did everything right, you would never learn nothing. Like, you're not learning from being perfect. You're going to learn from mistakes. If it's your mistakes, the next person's mistakes, you learn from mistakes. And that's for any and everything.
For sure. Them ain't
some isms, man.
Isms, man. For sure that.
And I won't say I appreciate you. You know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isms, though. We got some isms.
Yeah, man.
You got some clips, cuz.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, man. He. But I think they come from rapping, just way with words.
Yeah, way words,
Oh yeah, man. Before we get up out of here, bro.
Yeah, what you
Before
got
we get
going
up
on
out of here,
music
bro.
wise?
Let them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to say that's what I be saying, bro. That
don't
talk your
talk,
moment.
man,
Let them know,
look,
bro.
though,
The
free
music
promo,
and everything.
free promo.
Look, to be real, though, we
You know
just
what I'm
dropped a tape.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Blood In, Blood Out. It's on all platforms. YouTube, Apple Music, whatever you listen to your music on, it's on there. So, like, go check that out. And I got a tape coming out real soon. I ain't put a date on it yet. I'm still trying to.
Is it solo? Or
Yeah, it's solo. It's
okay,
a solo.
for sure.
See, this ain't a group. So, like, it's called Need Space. So, like, I'm trying to come on, like, a different vibe, not just, show a different versatility on it. So, like, Yeah, it ain't gonna be what you probably expect,
Might-
but it's
might-
probably something that you want to check out. You gonna be like, dang.
Might have to get him do one for the pod, the intro.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been looking. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, this is Hoops and Headspace, that podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host Tay.
And we've had our guy.
Tay too loud, the general.
For sure. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all keep supporting, man. We hope that he brought some good isms. We brought some good isms for you. And we'll see you next time, bro.
We'll see y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Peace.
for sure.